When Kaitlyn Bristowe was first introduced to The Bachelor fans, she didn't get the final rose. When it comes to cocktails, the possibilities are endless. You can incorporate as few or as many ingredients as your heart desires to create an unforgettable experience. However, she didn't give up on finding love in front of a television audience, and her notoriety helped her build a large online following that she used to her benefit. Caitlyn has her own scrunchie line, Do Edit, and she's recorded a country song titled, If I'm Being Honest. Her outgoing personality made her the ideal fit for the podcast format, and her fans can continue keeping up with her life by listening to Off the Vine. She often chats with other celebs, including a few familiar faces from Bachelor Nation. Over the years, cocktails have been taken to a whole new level. From their colors to their garnishes to the glasses in which they are served, a lot of imagination, and improvisation, have obviously gone into the creation of boozy beverages. The name of her podcast pairs perfectly with another of her successful business ventures, her Spade and Sparrows wine brand. Two of the birds that inspired the label's name are tattooed on the backs of Caitlyn's arms, and they serve as a reminder of her past. Some cocktails, however, are happy just being their classic selves. At Bryant's Cocktail Lounge in Milwaukee, Wisconsin, the mixologists on staff are trained to create innovative drinks based on patrons' personal flavor preferences. Do you love the combination of dark chocolate and peppermint? They'll happily rustle you a drink that will blow your mind. Or are you a fan of tart drinks with a fruity kick? Be prepared to be amazed. Although they don't offer customers an official menu, there are a few cocktails Bryant's is known for being the very best at making. One of the most recognizable, and arguably one of the most eye-catching, vintage cocktails of all time is the Pink Squirrel. Invented at Bryant's in the 1940s, this stunning pink, refreshingly sweet, perfectly creamy libation has withstood the test of time, via punch. What is a pink squirrel? Let's see. Anyone who knows me knows how much I love home. How can we best describe the pink squirrel to those who have never had the pleasure of enjoying one? Well, for starters, think of it as an adult milkshake. Hence my tattoos of sparrows that symbolizes always returning to where you come from, she wrote on her blog in 2015. This gorgeous pink ice cream cocktail that was born in Milwaukee started as a mega-popular supper club order in the 1940s. So where did Caitlyn call home before she jetted off to Los Angeles to pursue Iowa farmer Chris Soules? Kaitlyn Bristowe's confessions of a pre-K drama queen. Kaitlyn Bristowe grew up in the small town of Leduc, Alberta. In a blog post, she confessed that she wasn't the biggest fan of the chilly weather in that part of Canada. According to Vice, the iconic blush-colored drink had made several pop culture appearances, including the Tom Cruise movie, Cocktail, and the sitcom, The Nanny, starring Fran Drescher. What do the pro bartenders have to say about it? It's sort of cream-based drink that sort of has an almond flavor to it. For about 7 months, I'd hide indoors because I just couldn't face the cold, she wrote. It's a pink color, said John Dye, owner of Bryant's Cocktail Lounge in an interview with Wisconsin Life. And Francis Verrill, the bar manager at the McCarran Hotel in Manhattan, says, "The Pink Squirrel is sort of one of those cocktails that our mothers drank when they were in college." Luckily, she found a way to keep herself entertained during all that time she was cooped up inside. She revealed that she began dancing when she was a wee one. She loved the activity so much that she told the Daily Hive that the dance studio became her second home. Caitlyn also enjoyed figure skating. It's one of those late 70s, trendy cocktails that people were drinking in New York especially. Let's sip our way through the Pink Squirrel's delightfully pink factoids, shall we? How is the Pink Squirrel made? It's super easy to whip up a Pink Squirrel cocktail, as it requires only 3 key ingredients. For a single serving, you'll need equal parts crème de noyau and white crème de cacao and about 1½ ounces of heavy cream, according to Liquor.com. Luckily, her father was a hockey coach, so this probably helped her gain access to an ice rink to practice on. Caitlyn described herself as a bit of a drama queen when she was a kid. To ensure a pleasantly chilled libation, be sure to store your liqueurs and cream in the fridge beforehand. Add the crème de noyau, white crème de cacao and heavy cream into a cocktail shaker filled with ice. On her web series, 9 to Wine, she recalled being 4 years old and discovering that a surefire way to make people laugh was to pull her pants down. It became her go-to move when she was in trouble. Now, you can imagine this would be a problem at the grocery store, she quipped. She put her theatrics to better use when she began appearing in plays, including West Side Story and Bye Bye Birdie. But she eventually realized that Leduc wasn't big enough for her ambitions. Kaitlyn Bristowe makes a regretful decision at age 16. Like many teenagers, Kaitlyn Bristowe experimented with a look that would later make her cringe. During a 2019 episode of her Off the Vine podcast, she recalled getting cornrows when she was 16 years old. Give it a really good shake and carefully strain the mixture into a chilled coupe, martini, or hurricane glass. For an extra dose of festive flavor, top it off a squirt of whipped cream, a sprinkle of freshly grated nutmeg or ruby chocolate shavings, and a cherry or two. She was seemingly clueless about cultural appropriation at the time, saying that she was always so jealous when she saw other girls rocking the hairstyle after returning from vacation. "And I went and got cornrows put in my hair with beads on the ends," she said. Kaitlyn even has a keepsake commemorating her follicular faux pas, a glamour shot that she had done at Walmart, for which she also rocked frosty lip gloss that looked like I ate white powdered donuts, and a big Christina Aguilera nose piercing. "I thought I was ahead of my time," she confessed. At age 19, Kaitlyn Bristowe moved to Vancouver on a dancing scholarship, per the Daily Hive. Channel your inner mixologist and concoct as many pink squirrels as you'd like. You can also make this pink beauty into a tasty ice cream dessert drink, the way it was meant to be. Punch offers a recipe that calls for the usual crème de noyau and white crème de cacao. Things were looking up for her, but life wasn't easy. But instead of heavy cream, use a couple of scoops of vanilla ice cream. "I didn't have anything except this hockey bag of clothes and the support from my family," she said on 9 to Wine. While she pursued her dancing dreams, Kaitlyn earned a meager paycheck at a restaurant and shared a one-bedroom apartment with 3 other people. Blend the ingredients well and enjoy. What does a pink squirrel taste like? Many drinkers have described the pink squirrel's flavor as a candy-like medley of sweet almond and chocolate. She thought that she finally got her big break when she landed a gig as a cheerleader for a Canadian Football League team, the Sea Lions. "Thought I peaked. That was it for me," she said. Kaitlyn Bristowe's heart gets crushed at age 26. Kaitlyn Bristowe made a huge decision for the sake of love, and it drastically changed the course of her life. After falling head over heels for a hockey player, she followed him to Germany and put her own dreams on hold. These two notes are a match made in cocktail heaven and come from the crème liqueurs when they are lovingly blended together. "I was kind of following his life and not doing any sort of exercise," she told Elle Canada. And of course, the sweet vanilla ice cream or more mellow heavy cream, whichever you have on hand or decide to use, provide a velvety, frothy texture, making the pink squirrel a perfect post-dinner potion or late-is night libation. One of the star ingredients of the drink, crème de noyau, is a red-colored, almond-flavored liqueur that gives the pink squirrel its iconic bubblegum pink hue. However, it's not even made with almonds. Instead, it's made with the kernels of apricots, peaches, or cherries. Where can you get a pink squirrel? Pink squirrels, like actual pink squirrels, are admittedly pretty hard to come by in modern bars. That's when I realized I needed fitness in my life. I wasn't dancing anymore. Kaitlyn also struggled with the emotional repercussions of letting go of something so important to her. "A small part of me was dying every day that I wasn't doing what I loved to do," she said on her web series. She and her boyfriend both came to the realization that her sacrifice wasn't worth their relationship, and she moved back in with her parents when she was 27 years old. If you can gather all of the ingredients and host your own cocktail party at home, by all means. Otherwise, most vintage-inspired cocktail lounges and supper clubs should know the pink squirrel recipe by heart or offer it on their menu. Since crème de noyau is a bit harder to find than other liqueurs, it may be a good idea to call the bar ahead of time to see if it's available. You can also check with your nearby liquor stores to see if they carry it. Kaitlyn was so depressed that a doctor prescribed her an antidepressant and Valium, which just made her feel numb. She got addicted to the Valium and lost a great deal of weight, at one point weighing just 93 pounds. You can substitute crème de noyau with amaretto, another almond-flavored liqueur that's more common, according to TasteSense. Similar drinks you'll love if you have a sweet tooth and are in the mood for something boozy to kick off the weekend. You're in luck as far as ice cream-based cocktails go. Her mother tried to help her by playing uplifting YouTube videos in her ear while she slept. Other traditional ice cream drinks that pink squirrel lovers tend to also gravitate towards include the grasshopper, a mint chocolatey drink made with crème de menthe, crème de cacao, and cream, the mudslide, vodka, coffee liqueur, Bailey's Irish Cream, and heavy cream, and the brandy Alexander, cognac, crème de cacao, and ice cream. Eventually, I just knew I couldn't live like that anymore, Kaitlyn said. You can also always take a trip to Milwaukee, too, and pop by Bryant's for an out-of-this-world cocktail creation experience. The pink squirrel story is one to be cherished with every well-earned sip. I was sick of being numb. Cheers to the sweetest, pinkest drink on the planet. I wanted to feel feelings again. Kaitlyn Bristow's Bachelor journey begins on 9 to Wine. Kaitlyn Bristowe revealed that she decided to move back to Vancouver for a fresh start, and she was forced to pretty much start over. She began teaching spin classes and landed a job as a restaurant hostess. She eventually worked her way up to a managerial position within the popular Cactus Club cafe chain. I helped open those around Canada, she told Sarah Scoop. She'd found a new career that would help her live comfortably, but she wasn't super passionate about it. Then her best friend Bree suggested that she audition for The Bachelor. Kaitlyn submitted a video for the season starring Juan Pablo, who she described as the worst bachelor in the history of bachelors. She didn't make the cut, but she got an invite to appear on season 19 in 2015. The then 29-year-old made quite the first impression on viewers by making a raunchy comment about Prince farming. Chris Soules. "I know you're a farmer. And you can plow the F*** out of my field any day," she said, per TV Fanatic. In its recap of the premiere, Entertainment Weekly described her as the court jester. Chris didn't get down on one knee for Kaitlyn, but she got a pretty sweet consolation prize when she earned a starring role on season 11 of The Bachelorette, after beating Britt Nielsen in an awkward popularity contest. Kaitlyn Bristowe's next chapter. Kaitlyn Bristowe's stint on The Bachelorette included a confession about sleeping with Nick Viall to the man she ended up engaged to, personal trainer Sean Booth. 3 years later, they called off their happily ever after. When she appeared on the Scrubbing In with Becca Tilley and Tanya Rad podcast, Kaitlyn revealed that she began to experience that familiar feeling of losing myself and trying to rely on somebody else for my happiness during their relationship. But things began looking up for Kaitlyn again when she found a love connection with Jason Tartick, a corporate banker who appeared on season 14 of The Bachelorette. He failed to win Becca Kufrin's heart, but he announced that he and Kaitlyn were dating during a January 2019 appearance on The Today Show. He revealed that they met on Kaitlyn's podcast. After Kaitlyn was named the season 29 champion of Dancing with the Stars in December 2020, Jason shared an Instagram video of himself popping a bottle of champagne and jumping up and down in celebration while watching the moment on TV. He'll soon be able to watch Kaitlyn on television again as she co-hosts the 17th season of The Bachelorette, with Tayshia Adams, and this time he'll be doing it as her fiancé. He popped the question in May 2021. In addition to planning a wedding, the couple is making baby plans, with Jason telling Hollywood Life that they've joked that they'd love to have twins.